communication can be very bad. If it's a bad message, of course, if you communicate that, that can lead to bad things. And then we have a long spectrum of things from bad to a little bit better, and then all the way up to fantastic. And all of this can be intercultural communication when you have two sides that communicate to each other. And on the bad side of the spectrum is things like the wall in China. It's a beautiful, beautiful wall, but think about it. If you are not Chinese and you came walking there on the other side and you saw this wall, it's the opposite to an invitation, isn't it? It's a signal, it's communicating, get the hell out of here, we don't want you, we don't want to have anything to do with you. And that's something which perhaps is not the primarily intention of the person who sets up the wall, but that's the same thing in Israel today, or in Berlin earlier, and in many other places. So the wall is maybe better than war. In the next slide here, we can see how a person from the United States has gone to a country in the Middle East, and probably with good intentions. They have ousted the dictator, and maybe they are overdoing it a little bit in this picture. This is also communication. It's a symbolic communication of some kind. And of course, wars are among the worst kinds of communication that you actually can think of. So, if you take different kinds of intercultural communication, then you can see a long list here. You have in business life, you have mergers and joint ventures, and you have development projects from rich countries to poor countries perhaps. Many people fall in love and friendships are formed, and they also realize that intercultural communication is difficult sometimes. People migrate to find work or to study abroad. People go traveling for pleasure in tourism. And then we have the wars and all the refugees that have to move to other countries. We have the peacekeeping forces that move in. We have international transports, mainly at sea perhaps. And we have international organizations, we have multinational enterprises, we have a lot of export and import, and of course we have the world of sports, music and media, where we have global impact on a daily basis in our lives. And when it comes to failures, then many problems are due to failed integration, failed communication between us and them. And then you have segregation, and then you have very strong borders between groups. And then it's easy to demonize the opposite and to say that they're not as good as us, which is, very natural. We all do it. But it can be get out of hand totally. Such as in gang violence, when the gang members are not allowed to meet up with anyone else except their own gang. And fundamentalist religion can be another example of strong boundaries to the sinful, bad people and us, the good people. We have, for instance, female underrepresentation in this picture here. Maybe these men should be inviting some women to join their group in their board meetings. Xenophobia, that's another effect of failed integration. And maybe also mass tourism and spectator sports can be said to be a bit of a sad thing here, because you really don't meet with the others, you just stick to your own. So the world is a big place, it's getting smaller every day, and we will be rubbing against other people more and more every day. And my belief is that you can actually avoid problems and you can invite good things in your life with good intercultural communication. Thank you for listening.